There's lots of advice online and on social media about how to run your design business, but it can be overwhelming.
I think I'm having a heart attack.
And it can be hard to know where to begin. Even if you are running your design business already, it can be easy to get lost in the day-to-day, and it can be hard to make progress on your goals. In this video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step process of what I would do if I was starting my design business this year. But before we jump into the video, if you haven't already, do make sure you download our free course. I'll leave the link below this video in the description. So the first step I would do is take messy action. So this is step one. I recently heard a creator called Miss Excel talk about taking messy action, and it really resonated with me. Taking action can be really powerful, and most of the people that are successful are the people that regularly take action. During my career, I believe I've really benefited from taking action, even when I've been unsure about where the path will lead me. So for example, in 2017, when I started the Motion Hatch podcast, I didn't realize that this could turn into a full-time job for me. If I didn't take any action and I let fear hold me back, I wouldn't be talking to you on this video right now, and Motion Hatch wouldn't exist. I really love creating these videos and helping all the Motion Hatch students. So the second step that I would take is I would start making the work that I really wanted to create. Think about who your ideal client is here and what type of work you would really like to make. And be open-minded about different opportunities that are available to you in the design and animation industries. You don't only have to provide services to your clients, you could also think about educating people, selling templates, or being hyper-focused on a niche. There are of course many people offering design services and teaching online, so you must think about how you can stand out. So is there a niche that you feel like you could serve best with your skills? You can niche down in three ways: either style, industry, or skill. Now of course style is the most obvious choice, because if you have a unique style, that can bring more clients to you. One of my favorite studios is Cabeza Patata, and they have a very unique character style. Early on they protected their characters by saying no to some projects that they felt that didn't align with the style that they wanted to do as a studio, or that didn't align with their characters.
Well, I won't be doing any of that, but thank you.
And they might have took that work on as freelancers, but they didn't do it under their studio name. So this way they really protected their studio and also their character style, which has led them to really big jobs with some huge brands. You can also niche down into an industry as well. For example, my friend Roxy Valles owns a studio called Vexquisite, and Vexquisite specialize in helping vegan brands and companies. So you can see that this could really help them to stand out to their ideal client. Now let me know below if you have any ideas for your niche business. I would love to hear about them. You can also niche down using your skills as well, but I think this is becoming more difficult as programs are becoming more affordable and as learning the software and the tools is becoming more accessible. Finding a niche can take a long time, so I recommend that you start doing personal projects that will align with the ideal clients that you want to work with. Remember, never ever put any work on your portfolio that you don't want to be hired to do, because people will give you work based on what is on your portfolio. So it's always best to include work that you really want to get hired for. So the third thing that I would do if I was starting my design business this year is to create an awesome website. Once you have created a body of work, of course you need to show it in a professional way on your own website. Think about your website as your home on the internet. You shouldn't rely solely on social media, and you should make sure you create your own website, because social media can be interchangeable and ultimately they decide who they want to show and what they want to show. It's always better to try and drive people from your social media platforms to your website and then to contact you about any work. One of the biggest mistakes that I see designers and animators making on their websites is not clearly showing their contact details. You should always have your contact button in the top right corner of your website, because this is where people are usually used to seeing the call to action. A call to action is a sentence or phrase or even a button that encourages a user to take an action. Some examples of call to actions are to contact you, to download your guide, or maybe to sign up to your newsletter. So you could put a contact me button, or you can put a button to book a call with you and link it out to something like Calendly so that they can book a call with you to talk about a project. The fourth thing that I would do if I was starting my design business this year is to build a network network. This is the most important step, and I recommend starting it before you start your business and definitely before you feel ready. However, when you start to change your mindset and you think about how you can provide value to others in the industry, you will have conversations that will naturally lead to more work. So if I was starting my design business right now, I would think about how I can provide value to other people in my industry. I would post on LinkedIn once a week, and I would not only post about my work, I would also post helpful thoughts and discussions about the industry that I'm in. So if you are struggling to know what to post on social media, we have 52 example posts in our free social media guide. I'll leave the link to download it below this video in the description. I would also make sure I'm posting on other people's posts with helpful comments and thoughtful answers and not just an emoji. I would also attend live events, and I would listen to what people had to say and think about how I can help them or provide some value to them. Meeting in person can help you to build trust quickly with your peers and your potential clients. And if someone trusts you, they're more likely to hire you or refer you for a job. So now you've took lots of action, you figured out who you want to work with, and you started to build your network. You're probably thinking, how can I keep up with all of this? So this leads me nicely on to step 5, which is building systems. Systems aren't just for big corporations, and they're not just about building processes that you will never use. It's about optimizing the tasks that you already do. So for example, we talked about networking. Now you need a way to remember about all these people that you met, all these potential clients and peers that are hopefully going to help you to get work, and you're going to help them too. So how would you keep track of that? Well, you need a CRM or a customer relationship manager. There are lots of CRM tools out there, but I think a simple spreadsheet or a Notion board for most designers will probably be fine. You should include details like how they first contacted you, when you last spoke to them or worked with them, and any other details that you need to know about the client. In my course Client Quest, I teach my students a freelance funnel framework. This helps you to quickly and easily see where your clients are in each part of the funnel. For example, if your potential clients aren't aware of you yet, you would put them in the awareness part of the funnel, and your job would be to try and lead them into the attraction part. And if you've already worked with them, they would be in the action part of the funnel. One of the parts of the funnel that is often overlooked is advocacy. In the advocacy section, you turn your clients into advocates or fans of yours, which helps you to get reoccurring clients, and it also helps you to get more referrals. So one of the ways you can do this is by using a system I like to call smart referrals. So if you want to learn how to get more clients on autopilot and you want me to teach you about smart referrals, then you should watch this video next.